What's going on, y'all? Hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are and you are crushing the hunt prep workouts. Let's go because September is coming and it's coming fast. So get ready. All right. And with that, I just want to remind y'all, if y'all do have any questions regarding the workouts or you need help with something, please message me. You have my number, you have my email. Send me a text. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me and message me. There are plenty of ways to get a hold of me. So please, like, no question is a bad question. All right. I promise I'll answer you. And speaking of that, I have gotten several questions regarding the nutrition piece. Because in the Hump Prep ebook, I gave y'all like just a sheet of basic nutrition, like bare basic stuff. All right. What are calories? What are proteins? What are macros? All of that. And so I want to go into a little bit of a deeper dive. And I mean, honestly, if you're like me, I don't that page had a lot of words on it. And sometimes I'll read that, sometimes I won't. So if you are more of a visual person, then this is for you. All right. Now, I realize that people are different, right? Everybody is different. We have different food intolerances, allergies, diets we like, and all that. I'm not going to talk about that. All right. This is not what this video is for. This video is to just go over basic nutrition. Here we go. We're going to talk about hump prep basics. All right. Hump prep basic nutrition. So, we're going to start with calories. What is a calorie? All right, so calories are a unit of measurable energy, right? This is how we measure energy. That's it. All right, so we use calories to expend, right? So we ingest them, we drink them, we get them from our food and our drinks, and then we use them to do stuff. All right. Usually, whenever you are low on calories or you hadn't eaten, we typically feel pretty low, right? We have low energy. And also, we've developed this thing of like good calories and bad calories. Y'all, I want to put that to rest because calories are simply a measurable unit of energy. There's no such thing as a good calorie or a bad calorie, they just are. Okay. And so there are calories that are nutrient dense. All right. So, or I should say, foods are nutrient dense, meaning they have more nutrients in them. They can both be high in calories or low in calories. And then you have foods that are more calorically dense, like potato chips, right? So high in calories, low in nutrients. So that's kind of where that good calorie, bad calorie comes into play. That's really no such thing. There are better food choices that you could make. So yeah, so I just wanted to put a pin in that. How do we consume calories? Through our food and drink. All right. Our food is made up of a ratio of three different macronutrients. We have proteins, we have carbohydrates, and we have fats. All right. Those are the three macronutrients, and each of them play a different role in our bodies. Our bodies digest these macronutrients differently. All right. We're going to dive into each of them here in a minute, but I want to talk about your goals. All right. Because this is where calories really come into play and why I'm such a big component of tracking your food, because what gets tracked gets managed. It's just like your bank account. If you're saving up for a brand new car or you saving up for a vacation, whatever, well, you need to track your finances in order to reach that saving goal, right? Well, same thing with tracking your calories. If you're tracking your food, then you are more likely to get to your goal faster, quicker, more efficient, rather than just guessing. Okay, it's just it is. There was a study actually done about that. We're not going to talk about that, but there was a study. The more frequently you tracked, the more likely you are to get to your goal and stay at your goal. All right. Now, let's talk about each of these because they do play a role. Oops. They do play a role in your goal. All right. So a calorie deficit. This is burning more calories on a daily basis than you are consuming. So if you are burning 2,000 calories a day and eating 1,500 calories, that additional 500 calorie gap of energy that your body will need will come from stored body fat primarily if your protein intake is adequate. There is a difference between fat loss and weight loss. All right. Weight loss, you can lose weight easily. All right. You can cut off your arm. You just lost weight. You can go to the bathroom. You just lost weight. You cannot eat. You just lost weight. You cannot drink water. You just lost weight. Right? So that's kind of a nuance. That's not what anybody is really meaning whenever they say I want to lose weight. What you really mean is I'm going to lose fat, right? And you want to be that toned, lean physique. If not, then I'll say that I'm wrong. But more oftentimes than not, when people say they want to lose weight, they really mean they want to lose fat. And you have to be in a calorie deficit to do that. And if you, depending on how you want to look at your goal weight, if you just want to be a smaller version of yourself, then just count your calories. If you want to do a body recomposition, if you want to build muscle, if you want to have a toned, lean physique, then tracking your protein intake is going to be important. And we're going to talk about protein here in a minute. Okay, so there is a difference between weight loss and fat loss. Now, maintenance, right? So burning and consuming an equal amount of calories every single day. So you are eating 2,000 calories and you are burning 2,000 calories. Again, protein is still very important here. It helps maintain that ideal body composition. So you've worked so hard being in a calorie deficit, you have your ideal body composition, you're feeling good, your energy levels are good, you're like, yeah, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, damn, I'm sexy, right? That's what everybody needs to be, right? That's where I want everybody to be, is looking at yourself, feeling confident, and you're like, yeah, let's go, right? So protein helps maintain that ideal body composition. And due to the role of maintenance and recovery of lean tissue, protein is vital. All right. Now, calorie surplus. You are consuming, you are eating more calories than you are burning. So if you are eating 2,500 calories, but you're only burning 2,000 calories, this will be a result of weight gain because of that additional 500 calories that your body did not burn off. It's got to go somewhere. And again, protein does play a role in this too, because if you are wanting to gain weight, if you are wanting to gain muscle, you have to feed your muscle. And your muscle is made up of protein, right? Of amino acids. We'll talk about those here in a minute. But all in all, calories are important, okay? We do not want to chronically overeat or chronically undereat. So finding that sweet spot is important. And depending on your goal, ultimately, the calories will determine if the scale goes up or down. Protein determines what you look like at that weight. Okay? So I've talked a lot about protein. So let's talk about protein. All right. Now, with protein, all right, protein is involved in almost every function of the human body. It's pretty nuts, right? It doesn't go straight to your muscles, all right? So you care what you look like. Your body cares about surviving, and it needs protein in order to do that. All right. So outside of outside of building muscle and burning fat, protein helps with DNA formation, hormone production, immune system, hair, skin, nails, enzymes, organ tissue, so much more than those things that I just named, right? And so making sure that you are eating your protein, you are hitting your protein goal, and that your protein is made up of roughly 90% of complete sources, that is going to be key. Now, what are complete sources of protein? Well, this means that food source, that protein, includes all 9 of the essential amino acids. What are amino acids? Okay, well, there's 9 essential ones, meaning we have to get them through our diet. Our bodies cannot create these. They are essential in our food. Okay, and so I want you to picture a brick wall. If protein is a brick wall, right, the protein itself, then those individual bricks are amino acids. You need all 9 amino acids to build that wall. All right. If you don't have all 9 bricks, you have an incomplete wall. All right. Same thing with a protein. Now, a complete protein source, or I should say, all 9 essential amino acids must be present in order to preserve, build muscle, and burn fat for fuel. All right. So complete protein sources consist of animal products, beef, chicken, fish, poultry. If you are not a meat eater, then you do need to be more creative with your foods, making sure that you are getting a complete protein source through the combination of foods like rice and beans. Between those two foods, they make up a complete protein source because of the amino acid profiles. And supplementation will probably be necessary for you. All right. Now, a quick note on supplements. If your diet is made up of supplements, meaning you have more supplements than you do real food, you're doing it backwards. Supplements are here to supplement your diet, to help fill in the gaps of your diet. They're not here to make up your diet. All right. So it's okay to take supplements, but if you are having 3 meal replacements a day and then just having here and there snacks, you're doing it backwards. You need 3 real meals, and then you can use the supplements like a protein shake as a snack. All right. If y'all need help with that, message me. All right. Now, before we move on to carbohydrates, there are 3 takeaways that I want you to jot down or to remember with protein. Number 1, we want roughly 90% of our daily protein intake to come from complete sources. Okay. Remember that this is where that supplement rant that I just did comes into play. 90% of your foods should be coming from real protein, from real food, not supplements. Okay. I would even fudge like 85%. 85% real food, 80 or 15% supplements. All right. Now, number 2, we want to shoot for at least 25 grams or more of protein at every meal, at every time we eat. This will help provide our bodies with the amino acids it needs to help preserve muscle and burn carbs or fats for fuel and maximize our overall body composition. Okay. And then lastly, protein is critical for overall health. Outside of helping our overall body composition, protein is going to ensure that our hair, skin, nails, joints, hormones, DNA, immune system are all functioning optimally. Protein is essential for ensuring that we are feeling and looking our best. All right. Now, let's talk about carbohydrates. Y'all, carbs ain't the devil. All right. Carbs are not the enemy. Okay. Carbs are our body's preferred fuel source, our energy source. Right. So carbs are our body's primary fuel source during HIIT training, weight training, long endurance training, any training. You need carbs. All right. And so be sure to include a wide variety of carbs into your diet to help you feel more energized and feel more full. All right. There is a difference between carbohydrates. All right. Usually we think of carbs as breads, pastas, pastries. And yes, that is true. Well, also, fruits and vegetables are carbs. All right. So completely omitting carbs from your diet is a bad idea because then you're not getting fruits and vegetables. And the reason why fruits and vegetables are so important is number one, fiber. Hello. Fiber is extremely important, all right, especially for the digestive system. But also, this is where we get our micronutrients, right? So, our vitamins, our minerals, this is where we get them from. All right. So, I'm not saying that you can never have like that sourdough again. I'm not saying that at all. All right. I have a piece of sourdough, a slice of sourdough every morning for breakfast, and it's delicious. I'm not giving that up. But I am saying that your carbohydrates should be more fruit and vegetable forward. All right. So you want to eat a colorful plate. You want to eat the rainbow of fruits and veggies, not the Skittles. All right. So each piece of fruit, each piece of vegetable, each color has a different micronutrient profile. So making sure that you are eating the rainbow of fruits and vegetables to ensure that you are getting those variety of vitamins and minerals. Okay. Now, I'm going to divide the carbs into uh two different sections. Okay? You have simple and then you have complex. I'm not going to go any further into that for you science people, right? I'm keeping it basic. Remember, I'm not going into monosaccharides or disaccharides. We ain't doing that. Okay? Simple carbohydrates. These are more readily available fuel sources that can break down quick. All right, and be utilized for energy. So think apples, bananas, blueberries, oranges, strawberries, table sugars, those energy blocks. Yeah, that's what this is. All right. The complex carbohydrates, these are the carbs that break down a lot more slow. This is generally where we get our fiber. All right. And this is more of a steady stream of fuel for the body. So rice, oats, potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, whole grains. This is where that complex carbohydrate is. All right. So now let's talk about fat. Y'all, fat doesn't make you fat. It's the overconsumption of calories that make you fat. All right. So fats are essential, again, meaning that we must get them through our diet. Okay. Fats play a critical role in our energy while we're at rest, our cell signaling, meaning our cells talking to each other. Yeah, that's important for brain function. All right. Hormone production, absorption of those micronutrients that we just talked about. Fats play a role in this. All right. And so what type of fat should you eat? Well, you will naturally consume fats when you have a higher protein diet. All right. This is due to the fats that are in most meats. And this is where it's always good to be aware of choosing leaner sources of meats, leaner cuts of meats, rather than the fattier ones. All right. So, and I'm not saying that you can never have chicken thighs, because chicken thighs are delicious and they are great. However, you might want to sprinkle in like a chicken breast. All right. Instead of that pork chop, maybe go for the pork loin. All right. Instead of that T-bone, maybe go for the top sirloin. Choosing leaner sources of meat will help cut down on those saturated fats. All right. But the fats that are higher, or sorry, the foods that are higher in omega 3s, right? So cold water fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, halibut. These, the omega 3s, play a huge role in helping to reduce inflammation in our body. All right. They improve the ability to absorb those micronutrients, and it helps manage cholesterol. So, making sure that you are making smart food choices and incorporating healthier foods into your diet will help you create this well-rounded diet. All right. Well-rounded food source, food bank, if you will. All right. Now, I will say, if you are not a fish eater, I am not a fish eater. All right. If you are not eating 2 to 5 servings of cold water fatty fish, or at least just fatty fish, then you probably need to be supplementing with a high potency omega-3 fish oil. Okay. If you need recommendations, or if you need something like, okay, what does that mean? Message me. We can talk about it. Okay. We're not going to talk about it here. We're keeping it simple. Now, all right, finding your macros. Okay, so this is going to require some math, just FYI. So get a pen and paper, or I guess you can do it on your computer, wherever you're watching. This is going to require some math. Okay, and before I dive into this, y'all, this is not a quick fix. Okay, I am not a quick fix coach. I am a lifestyle coach. I coach lifestyles, not quick fixes. You may want to lose 30 pounds in 30 days or whatever. That's not me. I'm not your coach. Okay. If you're wanting to make a healthy lifestyle change, then okay, holler at me. Let's go. All right. But just first and foremost, this is not a quick fix. Okay. In order to change your life, you have to be patient with yourself and you have to put in the time. Okay. It's not going to be an overnight thing. All right. Now, how do we find our macros? First, we have to determine how many calories you need. All right. So, in order to do this, making sure that you're not under eating or overeating, right? Again, this is important for a lifestyle change. You want to take your current weight, your current body weight, and times that by 10. That's how many calories you need to aim for. So say right now you weigh 160 pounds. Times that by 10, your calorie goal is 1600. Okay, so from here, we need to find your protein goal, okay? Because calories and protein are hands down the two most important pieces that you need to focus on. Okay, so from here, we're going to find your protein goal. So take your goal weight and times that by 1. So if your goal weight is 150, times that by 1, that is 150 grams. Okay. So this is how many grams of protein you need for your body to repair and build. Remember, protein doesn't go straight to your muscles. It goes where repair is needed. Hormones, bone tissue, organ tissue, DNA. All right. That's where the protein goes to first. You care what you look like. Your body cares about surviving. All right. So now I want you to take your protein goal and times that by 4, because 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. Okay. So we're going to do 150 grams times 4. That is 600 calories. Okay. Now we're going to do, again, some math. 1600 minus 600. All right, your 1600 calorie goal minus your protein calorie goal, 600, that leaves you with 1000 calories. Now, I personally like to split the carbs and fats evenly from here. So 1000 divided by 2 is 500. Okay, so I'm going to focus on carbs. 500 calories divided by 4 calories, because carbs is the same thing as protein. 1 gram of carbohydrates equals 4 calories. 500 calories divided by 4 leaves you with 125 grams of carbohydrates. You're going to do that same thing with fat, but 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. Okay, so 500 divided by 9 equals 55 grams of fats. This is your macro goal. You have 1600 calories, you have a 150 gram protein goal, you have a 125 gram carb goal, and a 55 gram fat goal. Okay. Now, if you are feeling overwhelmed, it is okay. All right. Take a deep breath. I know I said a lot of words. Take a step back. If you have not been tracking your food, then all I want you to do is focus on your calories and protein. Don't worry about the distribution of carbs and fats right now if that feels overwhelming. Okay. When it comes down to it, in the most stupid, simple version that I can come up with, calories determine if the scale goes up or down. Proteins determine what you look like in the mirror. Okay. So calories and protein are the two most important pieces here. You are relearning how to eat. And I know it sounds silly, but learning what portion sizes you need, how much protein you need, your fruits, your vegetables, healthy fats. right? Essentially, you are taking it down to real food rather than boxed meals, packaged foods, or fast food. Okay. Now, if you need help with nutrition, I am more than happy to coach you. I'll leave a link in the description below to set up a free call and we can talk about it. All right. I can break it down for you. I can answer your specific questions and help you where you need it. All right. So I hope all of this helped y'all. Yeah, I really do hope that this cleared up some questions. Um, and y'all remember, like, we are fueling our bodies so that we can continue to do the shit that we love to do. All right. Work hard, be strong, live your adventure. That is my tagline because you need to work hard in order to get to going where you want to go. You need to be strong to be independent because the stronger you are, the more vitality you're going to have, the better you are going to live, and then being able to live your adventure and not just talk about your adventure, but actually go out and do shit. That's what we're here to do. All right. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that y'all had a good time. I hope you learned a lot. Again, if you have any questions, please message me. You can text me, you can email me, you can send me a DM. I'm here to help you. All right. And then if you want further, more customized help on your nutrition or on your workouts, schedule a call with me. It's free. So schedule a call with me and we can talk about it. All right. Have a fantastic day. Go live your adventure.